Prime Minister declares Parade Gardens as Zone of Special Operations, visits National Identification Systems Enrollment Site, and promises tougher amendments to Firearms Act. You're watching Jamaica House Weekly. I'm Anthony Morgan. On Sunday, Prime Minister Andrew Holness declared Parade Gardens in central Kingston a Zone of Special Operations ZOZO. The zone is in effect for 60 days and is the first area to be established since the start of the year. Mr. Holness revealed that Parade Gardens accounted for 16 of the 79 murders that took place in central Kingston in 2021. Implementing the ZOZO is expected to improve community development and quell ongoing gang warfare in the area.
We believe that this nexus between the security operation and the community development operation will ensure that these communities will sustain the peace for a long period of time. You can imagine that this is therefore a resource-intense activity, and it is a long-term commitment from the JCF and the JDF in men and material. We are not going back to lockdown, so be calm. And I've said what the strategy is. It is now in your hands. Go and take the vaccine. That is the strategy.
Prime Minister Andrew Holness responding to questions on government's pandemic response at Sunday's press briefing. The island has seen a sharp increase in confirmed COVID-19 cases in the past few weeks. On January 10, the island recorded 953 new cases and 2 deaths. During Sunday's press conference, Prime Minister Holness shot down assertions being made for the Accompang Maroons in St. Elizabeth to be an independent state. The Maroons believe the 1738 treaty with the British formed the basis of their right for self-governance, as well as their occupation of lands in the cockpit country. But in refuting those claims, Mr. Holness said Jamaica was a unitary state with a duly constitutionally elected government as the sole authority.
There is no other sovereign authority in Jamaica other than the government of Jamaica. I want that to be absolutely clear. None. And under my leadership, not 1 inch of Jamaica will come under any other sovereign authority.
The Prime Minister reasoned that the claim has economic and social implications which could lead to a breakdown of the state. He used the recent staging of the Accompang Maroon Festival as an example, during which a man was killed and several persons, including a minor, were injured.
This is the stuff of how guerrilla wars come and states break down. Wake up, Jamaica. Don't court foolishness and problems. Wake up. People have died as a result. And you expect me to stand here as Prime Minister and fund activities that could lead to the breakdown of our state? Never.
Early in the week, the Prime Minister confirmed that the National Identification System NIDS would be operational this year. He gave the commitment on Tuesday, touring the NIDS enrollment site at the Post and Telecoms Department. The site will produce, store, and distribute the identification cards under the program. Mr. Holness was told that NIDS was 80% complete, with testing and fine-tuning of the system to take place in the next 4 months. Once complete, the Prime Minister says the system will allow government to streamline its services to properly plan for and distribute public resources.
One of the big problems we have always faced as a government is that some get and then others don't. And one of the reasons why you have that problem is that we just don't account for everyone. So we are not able to plan for everyone. And what we're doing in our 60th year now with the establishment of the NIDS is to ensure that every single Jamaican can be included, accounted for, and properly served with the National Identification System.
Mr. Holness also gave assurance that the NIDS data would be secured with high encryption and protected from duplication or misuse. The country can expect new amendments to the Firearms Act in 2022. Prime Minister Holness made the pledge at Wednesday's annual Heal the Family, Heal the Nation National Day of Prayer, put on by Power of Faith Ministries in Portmore, St. Catherine. Pointing to the recent spate of killings on the island, the Prime Minister said government would get even tougher on illegal guns.
We are strong on this. And our administration is bringing this bill to Parliament, and I am expecting the full support of the Parliament in passing the legislation to show that Jamaica in our 60th year will remove from our society illegal guns and other weapons.
To complement the amended firearms legislation, Mr. Holness says government will continue the implementation of the National Crime Plan, as well as its heavy investment in the security forces. And that's it for Jamaica House Weekly. Be sure to join us next time for more of the news stories coming out of the office of the Prime Minister.